flowers left, just dirt that remembers more than people do. There's a patch of ground past the edge of town where even the crows don't stick around. No marker, no stone, no story told, just a silence that refuses to grow old. I came here looking for something I lost, but the earth don't bargain, it only cost. Every step I take feels like I've been here before, like I buried more than just one soul in that soil. And the air gets heavy still, like it knows what I can't kill. And what I never will, it's the nameless grave where the truth got buried, where every promise I made got carried down into the dark where no light behaves. Now I stand over the nameless grave. Yeah, the nameless grave don't speak out loud, but it screams through the dirt and the shroud. Every lie I lived, every sin I saved, now they sleep in the nameless grave. I remember that night of what I choose to recall, a broken fence line and a final fall. You were calling my name through the pouring rain, but I answered silence like it was my name. The shovel felt lighter than my conscience did, like I was digging up everything I hid. And when the ground finally swallowed it whole, it didn't just take you, it took my soul. Now the moon won't look this way, like it's scared of what I say when I come back here to pray. It's the nameless grave where the truth got buried, where every promise I made got carried down into the dark where no light behaves. Now I stand over the nameless grave. Yeah, the nameless grave don't speak out loud, but it screams through the dirt and the shroud. Every lie I lived, every sin I saved, now they sleep in the nameless grave. You remember, you did this. You stayed silent. I don't know who's beneath me anymore, or if it was ever just one name. Now I visit when the night is thin, when the world forgets where I've been. I talk to the ground like it might reply, but it only listens as I ask why. There's no forgiveness etched in stone, just a place where I stand alone. And every breath I take feels borrowed time from a debt that was never mine. And the dirt won't let me leave, like it's part of what I grieve. And the grave don't believe. It's the nameless grave where I still remain, bound to the earth like a ghost in chains. Every step I take leads me back again to the place where it all went end. Yeah, the nameless grave don't fade with years, it feeds on silence, it grows on tears. And every truth I was too afraid to save now lives in the nameless grave. It's the nameless grave, and it knows my name, even if the world won't say the same. And I'll keep coming back, forever enslaved to the nameless grave. No name carved, but it remembers mine. still too near, like it was waiting just to hear. Every breath I tried to hide, every truth I kept inside. The moon was thin, a crooked blade, cutting through the choice I made. And in that silence, cold and true, began the night I buried you. I dug the ground with shaking hands, through broken dirt and shifting sand. Each shovel's weight a heavy sound, like it was judging what I'd found. You didn't speak, you didn't cry, just stared at me with hollow eyes, like you already knew the end before it ever could begin. The trees stood still, the wind held tight, like even nature feared that night. And every shadow stretched too long, like it was watching what went wrong. I tried to tell myself a lie, that this was mercy in disguise. But deep beneath the dirt and dread, I knew the truth I couldn't shed. It was the night I buried you alone, in a place where nothing's ever known. No cross to mark, no prayer to say, just silence swallowing the day. Oh, I tried to leave it all behind, but it's carved too deep inside my mind. And every step I take feels through the ground that holds what I did to you. Earth was soft, too soft to trust, like it remembered blood and dust. And every inch I covered slow felt like something I couldn't let go. I turned away, but heard it still, a quiet sound against my will. Not from the ground, not from the air, but from a place already there. The shovel fell, my hands went numb, like I had nowhere left to run. And in the dark I swore I knew the night had buried me there too. The moon went dark behind a cloud, like it refused to look down now. And every breath became a thread, binding me to what was dead. It was the night I buried you alone, in a place where nothing's ever known. No cross to mark, no prayer to say, just silence swallowing the day. Oh, I tried to leave it all behind, but it's carved too deep inside my mind. And every step I take feels through the ground that holds what I did to you. I left that place before the dawn, but something followed me along. Not in shape, not in sound, just a weight I carried around. Every mirror shows your stare, every shadow says you're there. And every time I close my eyes, I see the truth I can't deny. You don't haunt, you don't chase, you just remain in every place. A quiet presence I can't undo, a living echo left of you. And maybe I was never free from the moment you looked at me. Not anger, not fear, not even blame, just something deeper without a name. A bond that didn't break with earth, a silence louder than its worth. And every breath I take since then feels like I'm digging once again. It was the night I buried you alone, but I was never left on my own. No grave can hide, no dirt can keep what refuses death, what won't sleep. Oh, I tried to run, but now I see there ain't no distance left for me. And every road I follow through give way again. No peace to find, no truth to claim, just endless echo without a name. And if you ever stand where I stood and feel the pull beneath the wood, don't turn away, don't follow through, or you'll relive the night I buried you. The night still waits where I began, with open earth and empty hand, and somewhere deep where shadows grew, it's always the night I buried you. The smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, drifting slow and dying alive. The sky turned gray long before dusk, like it knew what turned to dust. The water don't run like it used to flow, it moves too still, too dark below, and every breath like it remembers every loss. The bell don't ring, the pews don't creak, just silence buried deep and weak. I stepped inside but felt it shift, like the past had torn a rift, and every shadow moved too slow, like it had nowhere else to go. I found a book half burned and torn, pages black and edges worn, names inside I used to know, not just embers in the glow. The air grew thick, the light grew thin, like something stirred beneath my skin, and every breath I tried to keep felt like it didn't belong to me. The smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, where all feels close and right, feels slight. Every memory, every sin burned away, but still within. Oh, I came back to understand what slipped away from this land, but all I found in the thick and bleak was smoke over Hollow Creek. down to the stream where water once ran clear and clean. Now it's black and barely moves, like it's forgotten how to prove. I saw reflections not my own in every ripple overthrown, faces staring from below, those who never got to go. They didn't speak, they didn't cry, just watched me with a hollow eye. And in that gaze I came to see, this place ain't done with me. And maybe fire don't cleanse or end, it just reshapes what we pretend into something we can't outrun, long after all the burning's done. And maybe smoke don't drift away, it lingers where we choose to stay, a quiet mark upon the air of everything that's no longer there. There's smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, and I can't tell the dark from light. Every memory, every sin, still alive beneath my skin. Oh, I came back, but now I know some things don't fade, they only grow. And every step I try to seek leads me back to Hollow Creek. Now I don't leave, I don't return, I just remain where embers burn. No past to fix, no truth to speak, just drifting smoke in Hollow Creek. And if you ever pass this way and smell the ash that chose to stay, don't follow where the shadows leak through smoke over Hollow Creek. The fire's gone, but not the stain, it lingers deep in ash and pain. And I am just a voice grown weak in the smoke of Hollow Creek. The sun bleeds red across the open sky. Another day to live, another night to die. My boots are worn, my soul is torn from every battle I've survived before. The wind whispers sins I can't deny. Every mile I go, I fire burning low tonight, not in the dark but behind my eyes. The wind don't howl, it calls me close, like it remembers what I chose. Boots on gravel, slow and plain, every step echoes my name. And somewhere deep where shadows claim, I swear the devil knows my name. Is just something you never saw. My daddy said, boy, don't look back, but I learned young how to walk that track. First time I crossed that crooked line, felt something shift deep down inside. Not fear, not guilt, not even shame, just something cold that learned my name. The town went quiet when I passed through, like they all knew what I'd do. And every eye that met my stare looked like they'd seen me somewhere. There's a weight that don't let go once you walk that road below. And every sin I tried to tame just carved deeper in my name. The devil knows my name, 'cause it's slow from every place I met a man at the edge of town, wore a smile that never came down. His eyes were black, his hands were clean, like he'd never done a single thing. He said, son, you've been expected here, been walking this path year by year. I laughed it off, but deep inside I felt the truth I couldn't hide. He tipped his hat and stepped aside, said no need left to run or hide. And when I turned, he was just gone, but his voice kept carrying on. And now the night don't feel the same, it breathes and speaks my given name. And every road I try to claim leads back to that quiet flame. The devil knows my name, calls it slow from every place I shouldn't go. In every shadow, every flame, I hear him whispering my name. Oh, I tried to run, but I can't outrun what I've become, what I've done. And every step along this road leads me back to what I'm owed. I see my reflection change at night, not quite wrong, not quite right, like something's wearing my own skin, learning slowly from within. The mirror cracks, but still it shows a man that no one really knows. And in his eyes I finally see the truth that's been chasing me. There ain't no deal I signed in ink, no moment I can clearly think. But every choice, every mistake was one more chain I helped to make. And now I hear it clear as day, not far, not near, but here to stay. A voice that sounds too much like mine, drawing out that crooked line between the man I tried to be and what's been growing inside me. No fire, no throne, no grand design, just a quiet claim on what is mine. The devil knows my name, calls it slow from every place I shouldn't go. In every shadow, every flame, I hear him whispering my name. Oh, I tried to run, but I understand he never chased me, just took my hand. And every road I thought I chose was one he already knows. And now I walk where the night runs deep, where promises don't mean a thing to keep. No fear left, no need to hide, just something walking at my side. Maybe I was never free, maybe this is what I'd be. From the moment I first became a man, the devil knew by name. The wind don't howl, it speaks again, through dust, through fire, through every sin. And I don't ask, I don't defy, I just walk as the night goes by. Cause somewhere deep in flame and frame, the devil still calls out my name. Footsteps leading anywhere. The sky hangs low in silent gray, like it forgot the light of day. The ground is still untouched alone, no carved out grief, no marked out stone, just empty earth where nothing grows, and something buried no one knows. Without a sign, no name to read, no cross lost to find. Just a patch of dirt turned cold and bare, like even death won't settle there. They said don't ask, don't look too deep. Some things are better left asleep. But silence has a way of pulling at the truth it keeps from showing. My hand shook as I knelt down low to touch the soil no one would know. And in that moment something stirred, not a sound, not quite a word. The air grew tight, the light grew thin, like I had stepped too far within a place where memory don't forgive and nothing buried truly lives. It's a grave without flowers, without a name, where the past don't fade and don't feel shame. No mourning hands, no tears to show, just silence deeper than we know. I tried to leave but I couldn't go. Something held me in that hollow, and every breath I dared to take felt like it was theirs to break. No footprints led me to that ground, no voices made a warning sound, just instinct pulling me along, like I had always known I was wrong. The dirt was soft, too soft to trust, like it remembered blood and dust. And every inch beneath my skin said don't dig up what lies within. But something deeper took control, a weight that pressed against my soul. And when I pushed the earth aside, I felt the truth I tried to hide. The sky went dark, the trees stood still, like time itself had lost its will. And every breath became a thread, binding me to what was dead. It's a grave without flowers, without a name, where the past don't fade and don't feel shame. No mourning hands, no tears to show, just silence deeper than we know. I tried to leave but I couldn't go. Something held me in that hollow, and every breath I dared to take felt like it was theirs to break. I saw a shape beneath the ground, not quite lost, not quite found. No face to know, no form to claim, just something tied to guilt and shame. And in its stillness I could feel a truth too quiet to be real, that this was never just a place, it was a memory I couldn't face. A moment buried deep in time, a single act, a silent crime. No witness left, no trace to see, except the part that lived in me. And then I knew why no one came, why no one spoke or gave it name. Some graves don't need a flower laid, they live in debts that never fade. No stone can mark what can't be told, no prayer can soften what's grown cold. And every lie I tried to keep was planted there too deep, too deep. It's a grave without flowers, without a name, where the past don't fade and don't feel shame. No mourning hands, no tears to show, just silence deeper than we know. I tried to leave but I understand, some things don't rest beneath the land. And now I know what I became, the one who never gave it name. Now I walk where the shadows fall, with no one left to tell it all. No proof, no mark, no final sign, just this quiet weight of mine. And every night when the world goes still, I feel that place beyond my will, calling me back through time and air, to stand alone beside it there. No flowers bloom, no prayers are said, no peace for what was left for dead. And I remain where truth won't waver, bound to a grave without a flower. The clock strikes 12 with a broken chime, like it's counting down borrowed time. The wind drags knives across the sky, and the stars refuse to testify. Somewhere distant a dog won't bark, like even sound is afraid of the dark. And the night leans in, slow and tight, waiting for vengeance at midnight. This ghost town place, with fire still burning behind my face. Same old streets, same crooked signs, but nothing here remembers mine. The saloon door hangs like a jaw half dead, swinging slow with words unsaid. And every step on the wooden floor feels like it's been stepped on before. They all stopped when I crossed inside, like the past had just arrived. No greeting spoke, no eyes met mine, just silence drawn in a straight line. I didn't come here to pray or plead, I came for the dead they refuse to bleed. And every breath that I take tonight is one more step toward the fight. It's vengeance at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still. For the moment, I collect my will. The barkeep froze with a glass half full, like he felt the pull of something cruel. A man in the corner didn't move a blink, just watched the night begin to sink. I said, you remember what you did that day? He turned away, but the fear stayed. And every shadow in that room started breathing like it knew its doom. A memory crawled through the smoke-filled air, of blood on wood and a prayer not there, of a man left dying in the rain while they left away the pain. Now I'm not the boy I used to be, I'm what survives the memory. And every ghost that calls my name will learn the meaning of the same. It's vengeance at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I've waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still. For the moment, I collect my will. The first man stood with a trembling hand, said, you don't understand this land, but I've seen deserts swallow men whole, and I know the weight of a broken soul. A shot rang out, but I didn't flinch. Time itself seemed to twitch, and when the smoke finally cleared the room, was drowning in its own doom. One by one they tried to run, but the night had already begun. No door was open, no path was free, just consequence and memory. I don't feel anger like I once did, it's something colder that I've hit. A quiet storm without a name, that doesn't burn, it just remains. And every face I used to know turns to ash in the afterglow, like justice wears a different skin when the midnight lets it in. It's cut sharp across the stone, like it's carving through the bone. No birds sing, no daylight wounds, just restless skies and coming storms. The hills stand tall like silent judges, keeping count of blood and grudges. And every step you take up here feels like something drawing near. And dread, with a price half paid and a past not dead. They said don't come if you've done wrong. These hills remember far too long. Cabins rock where the cold winds pass, with broken glass and brittle grass. And every door I passed that day looked like it turned its face away. A man I knew once crossed this line, swore he'd leave it all behind, but they found him cold beneath the shell, with empty eyes and a wordless tale. A voice came drifting through the ridge, like it followed every step I lived. Said you can climb, but you won't outrun what's been waiting since you begun. There's no mercy in these hills tonight, no wrong or right, just fight or flight. Every sin you tried to hide comes crawling out from the mountainside. Oh, I came to settle what I owe, but the land don't care, it only knows. And every path I try to take leads me back to my mistake. At the ridge's end, where the road gives up and the shadows bend, the door hung loose like a broken tooth, guarding nothing but the truth. Inside was still too still to trust, like the air itself had turned to dust. And on the wall, carved deep and wide, were names of those who never survived. Mine was there in jagged lines, like it had been carved before my time. And something deep beneath my skin told me I'd always belong within. The fire pit burned with no flame, yet still it whispered out my name. And every breath I tried to claim just fed the echo all the same. There's no mercy in these hills tonight, no wrong or right, just fight or flight. Every sin you tried to hide comes crawling out from the mountainside. Oh, I came to settle what I owe, but the land don't care, it only knows. And every path I try to take leads me back to my mistake. My mistake. I ran outside, but the hills had changed. The paths were gone, the sky deranged. The ground beneath began to shift, like it was closing every rift. Figures moved along the crest, shaped like the ones I never confessed. They didn't speak, they didn't chase, they just stood there face to face. And in the silence I could feel every truth I tried to conceal. No courtroom here, no final plea, just the land and what it sees. There ain't no law and rock, say you're not alone, just ancient ground that knows your name and holds you to it all the same. And every step you think is free was carved long before you could see that some debts don't fade with time, they root themselves in dirt and crime. There's no mercy in these hills tonight, no wrong or right, just endless night. Every sin I've tried to hide now walks with me, side by side. Oh, I came to settle what I owe. Now I finally understand and know there ain't no road, no way to break from the shape of my mistake. Now I wonder where the red lines bleed, with nothing left but what I've been. No past to change, no truth to twist, just names carved deep in the mountain's fist. And if you ever climb this high and feel that weight you can't deny, turn back before you lose your will. There's no mercy in these hills. The wind still cuts, the silence stays. The wind still cuts, the silence stays. The wind cuts sharp across the stone, like it's carving through the bone. No birds sing, no daylight warms, just restless skies and coming storms. The hills stand tall like silent judges, keeping count of blood and grudges. And every step you take up here feels like something drawing near. I rode in slow through dust and dread, with a price half paid and a past not dead. They said don't come if you've done wrong, these hills remember far too long. Cabins rock where the cold winds pass, with broken glass and brittle grass. And every door I passed that day looked. Don't lie, just stay still, like it's waiting on a wheel. The wind cuts through like something sharp, through a quiet, beating heart. There's a weight I can't outrun, cold as steel, shaped like a gun. And every step I take feels proof there's a bullet meant for truth. I walked into that dining town where every face was looking down. No one spoke, no one asked why, just empty streets and shuttered eyes. The saloon light flickered thin, like it didn't want me stepping in. But I pushed that door with steady hand, like I'd already made my stand. He sat alone at the far end, a man I used to call a friend. But truth don't stay where lies begin, and I could see it wearing him. Every word we left unsaid hung between us like the dead. And every breath we tried to fake felt like a choice we had to make. There's a bullet for the truth tonight, no wrong mercy, no wrong or right. Just one last line we can't undo, between what's false and what is true. Oh, I tried to bury what I knew, but it always found its way back through. And every lie ever told leads to truth I can't withhold. He spoke my name like it still meant something more than what what it spent, but in his voice I heard the break of something neither could remake. He said, you don't know what you've seen, but I've been living in between the man he was and what he's done, and everything we can't outrun. The room went still, the world went tight, like it narrowed down to just this night. And every eye that wasn't there still felt like it was watching there. My hand went low without a sound to the weight I always found, and in that moment, cold and clear, there was nothing left but here. There's a bullet for the truth tonight. No wrong or mercy, no wrong or right, just one last line we can't undo between what's false and what is true. Oh, I tried to bury what I knew, but it always found its way back through, and every lie I ever told leads to truth I can't withhold. His eyes met mine without a fight, like he'd been waiting for this night. No anger left, no need to run, just quiet acceptance of what's begun. I saw it then in his stare, not guilt, not fear, just something better, like truth had already taken hold before the story could be told. The silence cracked without a sound, this time itself slowed down, and everything we tried to hide stood there with nowhere left to slide. It ain't the gun that seals the end, or who's wrong, or who's pretend. It's the truth we let remain, growing quiet, growing pain. And every step we took away just led us back to this one day, where nothing left can be unspun, and truth stands still before the gun. There's a bullet for the truth tonight, and I can't tell the dark from light. Every line I crossed before leads me here to settle score. I tried to run from what I knew, but now I see it's always true, and every road I've ever run ends here beneath the smoking gun. To sleep with secrets buried far too deep. No one asks, no one speaks, just quiet truths in hollow streets. And if you ever pass this way, don't trust the things they won't say, 'cause truth don't fade, it just waits behind a gun that hesitates. The night stays still, the echoes fade, but truth don't die where lies are made. And somewhere lost in what I've done still lingers that final gun. The moon hangs low like a cracked white eye, watching the fields where the shadows lie. Corn stalks sway in a breathless wave, like something is walking between the graves. The wind don't move like it used to do, it drags its feet like it's passing through. And every sound in the midnight air feels like a voice that shouldn't be there. Took the road past Miller's land, where the soil runs black like burning sand. They said, don't stop when the lights go dim, don't listen close or you'll follow him. But I was young and I didn't care, just chasing silence into a dare. with headlights cutting the choking green, like the world had forgotten what light could mean. The radio cracked with a broken hymn, like something was singing instead of him. And I swear I heard my name get said in a voice that crawled inside my head. I rolled the window down just a bit, and that's when the whole night started to shift. The corn leaned in like it knew my sins, and the whispers began again. There's whispers in the cornfield calling my name, soft like mercy but burning like flame. They said don't turn back, don't leave this ground. Once you hear us, you're never found. Oh, I tried to run, but the tires just spun like the earth itself wouldn't let me come undone. And the deeper I go, the less I see. Just whispers in the cornfield, swallowing me. I stepped out slow on the gravel road, where the air felt heavy, thick and slow. The corn stood tall like a watching crowd, silent but somehow screaming loud. Each stalk was bending just out of sight, like something was moving just beyond light. And footprints pressed in the muddy soil, like something had walked there without recoil. Then I saw a scarecrow standing still, wearing a coat that shouldn't be filled, but its head turned slow in my direction, like it was studying my reflection. And the wind said low in a shaking tone, you should have never come here alone. The corn began to close behind, like it was erasing every line. And every step that I tried to take just led me deeper into the shade. There's whispers in the cornfield calling my name, soft like mercy but burning like flame. They say don't turn back, don't leave this ground. Once you hear us, you're never found. Oh, I tried to run, but the tires just spun like the earth itself wouldn't let me come undone. And the deeper I go, the less I see. Just whispers in the cornfield, swallowing me. I found a lantern hanging low, swung by a rope with a dying glow. It flickered words in a broken code, like it knew every path I chose. A figure stood where the roads divide, face half hidden, half alive. It didn't speak, it just stepped near, and suddenly everything went too clear. I saw my father, or what he'd been, before the fields got under his skin. He said, boy, don't trust what you hear at night. The corn don't give back what it takes in life. Then he faded into the grain, like he was never here again. Now the sky is a hollow drum, beating slow till the night goes numb. And I realize with a sinking breath, the corn is just what's left of death. Every whisper is just the past, trying to make a moment last. And every soul that's lost its way still walks these roads to this day. There's whispers in the cornfield calling my name, no mercy left, just endless flame. They say don't turn back, don't leave this ground. Once you hear us, you're never found. Oh, I tried to run, but the tires just spun like the earth itself wouldn't let me come undone. And now I know what the silence means. The cornfield remembers everything. I don't know how long I've been here now. The sky don't change, it just knows how to stay the same in a dying loop, like time got trapped inside the loop. The road I came on doesn't exist, just rows of green in the endless mist. And I hear my voice in the rustling grain, calling myself again and again. Maybe I was never outside, maybe I stepped into something that hides. And every whisper that let me in was just where whispers are waiting to pull you in. Hush now, don't you make a sound. The night is listening all around. The wind don't blow, it breathes in slow, where the lost and weary go. Close your eyes, don't ask me why. There's comfort in a lullaby, but not the kind you knew before. This one opens a different door. I heard it first when I was young, a song too soft to be well sung. No voice, no tune I could repeat, just something drifting through my sleep. My mother said, don't follow that. There's no road there that leads you back. But every night it called my name, until the dark and I were the same. It hummed through walls, through bone, through air, like something always waiting there. And every time I turned away, it pulled me deeper anyway. It ain't a song for the living ear, it's something only the lost can hear. And once it finds its way inside, it never leaves, it just resides. It's a dead man's lullaby I hear, soft as grief, but always near. No words to hold, no truth to keep, just something pulling me to sleep. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it keeps calling me away. And every note I can't deny is sung from a dead man's lullaby. I walk the fields where no one goes, where silence blooms and nothing grows. And there I heard it clear as day, not loud, just close enough to stay. A figure stood where shadows bend, not quite a start, not quite an end. He didn't move, he didn't speak, but I felt something in me break. The song grew strong without a sound, like it rose up from the ground. And every breath I tried to take turned into something it would take. The sky turned pale, the world went thin, like I had stepped too far within. And every step I tried to flee just brought the lullaby with me. It's a dead man's lullaby I hear, soft as grief, but always near. No words to hold, no truth to keep, just something pulling me to sleep. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it keeps calling me away. And every note I can't deny is sung from a dead man's lullaby. I see their faces when I rest, not in fear, but something less, like memories without a frame, or voices stripped of every name. They don't reach out, they don't accuse, they just exist in hollow hues. And in their stillness I can feel a truth too quiet to be real. That this ain't death and this ain't peace, it's something in between, never ends. Not as curse, not as grace, but as a path I couldn't erase. No fire, no dark, no heaven's call, just endless echo through it all. A melody without a start that settles deep inside the heart. It's a dead man's lullaby I hear, and now I know it brought me here. No need to run, no need to try. I've learned to breathe its quiet side. Oh, I don't fight, I don't deny. I let it sing, I let it lie. In every part of what I am now hums along that endless span. Now if you walk where silence grows and feel the air that no one knows, listen close but don't reply to the dead man's lullaby. Once it finds you in the deep, it won't just visit, it will keep a place for you where shadows lie inside that quiet lullaby. Hush now, don't you make a sound. The night is closing all around. A dead man riding through the smoke. A dead man riding through the smoke. A dead man riding through the smoke, with a heart to know and a soul long broke. A dead man riding through the smoke. No prayers left, no second hope, just the sound of hooves where the shadows flow. A dead man riding. The moon don't shine for mercy, it shines for what hunts beneath it. Frozen ground where the world goes quiet and the lost are found. Every shadow stretches like a living thing with teeth made of hunger and memories. I've been walking this ridge since the fire went out, with a heart full of questions and a head full of doubt. And the forest don't judge, it just waits and stares like it knows every sin a man carries there. I hear them moving in the dark, like the circle in my heart, waiting for the world to fall apart. We are wolves under the moon, we don't belong to light, born from the hunger of a merciless night. Every instinct pulls us closer to the edge, walking that thin line on a broken ledge. Yeah, we are wolves under the moon, no place to hide, with the wild running deep on the inside. And every step we take, we're consumed by the wolves under the moon. I saw your face in the reflection of the frozen lake, but it vanished like a promise that we couldn't make. There's a part of me still calling your name, but the echo comes back just the same. The wind cuts sharp like a memory blade of every wrong decision that I ever made. And I feel something watching from beyond the trees, like it's breathing in rhythm with me. And the silence starts to grow, like it already knows night still knows my name. Carved into bone, like I've never been home. We are wolves under the moon. We never break free from the hunger that lives inside of me. Every fear I face, every truth I consume turns to wolves under the moon. Yeah, we are wolves under the moon. Forever we roam through a world that we no longer call home, and the night keeps pulling us through. We are wolves under the moon. The moon don't judge, it just watches.
The light falls thin across the floor, like it don't belong here anymore. Every corner holds its breath, like it's waiting on something left. The walls don't speak, but they still live, and all the things they won't forgive. And every step I take feels slow, like I've been here long ago. Through the broken door, where I swore I'd go no more. The dust still hangs, the air still aches. With every choice a man can't shake. The mirror's cracked but shows too clear a face I tried to leave last year. But time don't change what's underneath, it just lets it sink in deep. I hear the floorboards shift and sigh, like they remember every lie. Every shadow stretched too long feels like it knows where I went wrong. There ain't no place I didn't hide from the truth I kept inside. And every step I took to flee just brought the dark back close to me. Shadows don't forgive what you've done, they follow close, they never run. No matter where you try to go, they're in the light you think you know. I tried to outrun my past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I can't outlive leads me back where shadows live. The hallway bends the way it did back when I was just a kid. But now it feels too tight, too near, like it's closing in with fear. I pass the room where silence grew, from words I never followed through. And every mark upon the wall still stands to witness every fall. A voice calls out but not too loud, like it's wrapped inside a shroud. And though I know there's no one there, it feels too real to just be here. The dark don't scream, it don't accuse, it just reveals what you can't lose. And every truth I tried to shove still lingers where I couldn't love. Shadows don't forgive what you've done, they follow close, they never run. No matter where you try to go, they're in the light you think you know. I tried to outrun my past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I can't outlive leads me back where shadows live. In every shape the darkness calls, not faces clear, not forms I know, just pieces of what I let go. They don't reach out, they don't demand, they just remain where I still stand. A quiet proof I can't deny of every truth I let die. And in the stillness I can feel something far too sharp to heal. Not pain, not fear, not even grief, just something deeper than belief. And maybe shadows ain't the night, but everything we keep from light. Not evil, not some curse to lift, just truth we never learned to sift. And every step I took away just stretched them longer into day, till I became what I once feared, a man with nothing left but here. Shadows don't forgive what I've done, they don't need to. I'm the one who carries every silent scar, no matter where or who we are. Oh, I tried to hide, I tried to live, but shadows don't forget, don't forgive. And every road I walk still gives back to the place where darkness lives. Now I don't run, I don't pretend, I walk with them until the end. No light to chase, no past to flee, just all that still remains of me. And if you ever feel them near, in quiet rooms or empty fear, don't turn away, don't try to live like shadows ever could forgive. The light fades out, the dark won't shift. It holds you close, it never drifts. And I remain where truth won't live, 'cause shadows don't forgive.